guys, gals, and everything in between. I woke up this morning with great ambitions for the day, like doing productive things like playing Final Fantasy XIII. But I woke up to a message that I didn't think was true, and I couldn't believe it at first, that one of my childhood heroes, Leonard Nimoy, had passed away this morning. And I'm not monetizing this video, I'm not doing anything, I just felt like getting out my opinions and condolences and, just what Leonard Nimoy meant to me. When I finally discovered, my own fandom for certain things in this world, Star Trek was one of the first ones that I really did. And so, of course, Spock is right up there for me. So Leonard Nimoy, it's a really hard hit to the chest, because I've grown up with him as far as I can remember. From the moment I became a Star Trek fan, Leonard Nimoy has been there, and now Leonard Nimoy is not there. And he's an incredible actor. He went through a lot in his life, and I remember always looking forward to watching movies that Leonard Nimoy was in it. He was even the best part of one of the Transformers movies because he was in it. And I sat there and was like, why is Leonard Nimoy in this movie? But, at least he's in it. And he's a fantastic actor. And, I've been a huge fan, so it's weird knowing that he's passed on. From what I know, he peacefully passed in the comfort of his home. So, of course, his loved ones are there. Of course, I give my, most condolences to them, because of how hard it must be for them, but how hard it must be for the rest of the world, because there are people that their lives were changed by Star Trek. I discovered my fandom, a lot of it, because of Star Trek. That was my big fandom, my first big fandom in a way. So, it impacted so many lives, and for some people way longer than me, because I've been a Star Trek fan, God, for, I want to say 18, 19 years now. And he's been there, but for some people it's been 40 plus years, and it must be just as hard, if not harder, for them. And it's hard for me too. It's weird knowing that he's gone, and he really changed a lot of things, a lot of lines that he wrote. I mean, he directed one of the Star Treks. I mean, I have all the Star Trek movies, like Star Trek the Motion Picture, like Wrath of Khan, of course. I mean, I just want to talk about Wrath of Khan for a bit. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, is one of the best Star Trek movies ever made, if not the best. And Leonard Nimoy had one of the best scenes in movie history, where he's saying, "I have and forever shall be your friend." And then he went on to direct Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. He did an absolutely great job with this. The whole segment with just that realization when Spock is back, it's a fantastic moment for just film in general. I mean, when Spock died, it had such an impact on people. It is very rare that a character dying has such an impact. Leonard Nimoy gave him that soul, and even though he's a character that doesn't really express emotion, he really gave it all to the point that, people cared that much. And, I've watched it all. The original series, I have it all on DVD. I've got some of the movies on Blu-ray and DVD, but I have all the movies. And, Spock is one of the reasons why people love these so much, which is why I remember when I watched the rebooted 2009 Star Trek, and Leonard Nimoy cameos in that movie, I just about jumped out of my seat and the whole theater erupted in applause. It's because Spock, Leonard Nimoy, gave that character such life that everyone has cared about him for so long that it had that impact. And it's very rare that an actor can do that for somebody. So Leonard Nimoy has changed lives everywhere, and he is forever going to be looked at as one of the greatest heroes in science fiction history. And May he rest in peace. Other than Star Trek, of course, we have to touch on him singing the Bilbo Baggins song. I always smile and laugh from that, but I don't know. It's one of those things that can cheer you up on any day, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. But yeah, guys, how about you post a story about how Star Trek, or Leonard Nimoy in particular, like, changed your life in terms of fandom? Comment below. I'd really love to hear him. I just remember first watching Star Trek and seeing him as a Vulcan, and I believed that he was an alien because he just did it very well, and I automatically cared about his character, and he just really affected me that way. And then when I saw The Wrath of Khan for the first time, I was like, you can't kill Spock. What? Like, I cared that much. And so, guys, post your stories, please. I encourage it. May he rest in peace. My condolences go out to the family. And thank you, Leonard Nimoy, for being a role model to me. Thank you.